The Maid's Revenge, Act 3, Scene 1. Enter Sebastiano, Barinthia, and Ansilva, Diego meeting them. Sebastiano, welcome, honest Diego. Your master Antonio is in health, I hope. Diego, he commanded me, remember his service to you. I have obtained his leave for a small absence to perfect a suit I lately commenced in this court. Sebastiano, you follow it close, methinks. Barinthia, I see this cloud. Vanish already. Be not dejected. Soon I'll know the depth on it. Should the world forsake thee, thou shalt not want a brother, dear Barinthia. Diego, sighed to Ansilva, this is my lady Barinthia, prithee. Let me shew some manners, madam. My master Antonio speaks his service to you in this paper. Secretly gives Barinthia a letter. Alas, madam, I was but half at home, and I am returned to see if I can recover the other piece of myself. So was it not a reasonable compliment? Barinthia, Antonio, he's constant, I perceive. Diego, so we are alone, sweet mistress Ansilva. I am bold to renew my suit, which, lest it should either fall or depend too long, having passed my declaration, I shall desire to come to a judgment. My cause craves nothing but justice, that you would be mine. And now, since yourself is judge also, I beseech you be not partial in your own cause, but give sentence for the plaintiff, and I will discharge the fees of the court on this fashion. Kisses her. Re-enter Barinthia. Barinthia, here is a haven yet to rest my soul, in midst of all unhappiness, which I look on with the same comfort. A distressed seaman, afar off views the coast he would enjoy, when yet the seas do toss his reeling bark. Twixt hope and danger thou shalt be concealed. Mistaking as she put up the letter, it falls to the ground. And so here's my lady Barinthia. Diego, what care I for my lady Barinthia? And she thinks much, would she had one to stop her mouth. Ansilva, but I must observe her. Upon her father's displeasure, she is committed to my lady's custody, who hath made me her keeper. She must be locked up. Diego, ha, locked up. Ansilva, madam, it is now time you should retire to your own chamber. Barinthia, yes, prithee do. Ansilva, in this gallery. I breathe but too much air. Oh, Diego, you'll have an answer, I perceive, ere you return. Diego, my journey were to no purpose else, madam. I apprehend her. I'll wait an opportunity. Alas, poor lady, is my sweetheart become a jailer? There's hope of an office without money. Re-enter Ansilva hastily. Ansilva, Diego, I spy my lady Catalina coming this way. Pray shout yourself behind this cloth. I would be loath she would see us here together. Quickly, I hear her treading. Diego retires beyond the hangings. Catalina, Ansilva. Ansilva, madam. Catalina, who's with you? Ansilva, nobody, madam. Enter Catalina. Catalina, was not Diego with you, Antonio's man? Ansilva, he went for me, madam, half an hour ago to visit his friends in the city. Catalina, he hath not seen Barinthia, I hope. Ansilva, unless he can pierce stone walls, madam, I am sure. Catalina, direct Don Velasco hither by the back stairs, I expect him. Ansilva, I shall, madam. Catalina, ha, what's this? A letter to Barinthia? From whom? Subscribed Antonio. What devil brought this hither? Furies torment me not, reads, while I am Antonio, expect not I can be other than thy servant. All my thoughts are made sacred with thy remembrance, whose hope sustains my life. Oh, I drink poison from these fatal accents. Be thy soul blacker than the ink that stains the cursed paper, would each drop had fallen from both your hearts, and every character been texted with blood, I would have tried mine eyes to have read ye both dead here. Upon my life, Diego hath been the cunning Mercury. In this conveyance, I suspect his love is but a property to advance this suit, but I will cross them all. Enter Velasco. Velasco, you are seasonably arrived. I have a letter for you. Velasco, for me. Catalina, it does concern you. Gives him the letter, which he reads. Velasco, ha. Catalina, how do you like it, sir? Velasco, as I should. A punard sticking here. How came you by it? Catalina, I found it here by accident on the ground. I am sure it did not grow there. I suppose Diego, the servant of Antonio, who colorably pretends affection to Ansilva, brought it. He's the agent for him. Now the design appears days not more conspicuous than this cunning. Velasco, I am resolved. Catalina, for what? Velasco, Antonio, or I must change our air. This is beyond my patience. Sleep in this, and never wake to honor. Oh, my fates! He takes the free hold of my soul away, Berinthia, and it are but one creature. I have been a tame fool all this while, swallowed by my poison and fruitless hope. But my revenge, as heavy as Jove's wrath, wrapped in a thunderbolt, is falling on him. Catalina, now you appear all nobleness, but drop your passions to a narrow point. A vengeance like a burning glass that fires shores as the small beam. He that would kill spends not his idle fury to make wounds far from the heart of him he fights withal. Look where ye must endanger. Let his head bleed out, his brains rise. Aim at that part is dearest to him. But this one's put to hazard. The rest will bleed to death. Velasco, apply this, Madam Catalina. The time invites to action. I'll be brief. Strike him through Berinthia. Velasco, ha. Catalina, mistake me not. I am her sister. She is his heart. Make her your own. You have a double victory. Thus you may kill him with most revenge and give your own desires a most confirmed possession. Fighting with him can be no conquest to you. If you mean to strike him dead, pursue Berinthia and kill him with the wounds he made to you. It will appear but justice. All this is within your fathom, Sir Velasco. 'Tis some divinity hangs on your tongue, Catalina. If you consent, Berinthia shall not see more sons till you enjoy her. Velasco, how dear Madam Catalina, thus you shall steal her away. Velasco, when Catalina, provide such trusty friends, but let it not be known upon your honor I assist you in it, and after midnight, when soft sleep hath charmed all senses, enter at the garden gate, which shall be open for you to know her chamber. A candle shall direct you in the window, and Silva shall attend to and provide to give you entrance. Thence take Berinthia, and soon convey her to what place you think secure and most convenient. In small time you may procure your own conditions, but, sir, you must engage yourself to use her with honorable respect. She is my sister. Did not I think you noble for the world, I would not run that hazard. Velasco, let heaven forsake me then. Was ever mortal so bound to woman's care? My mother's was half paid her my birth, but you have made me an everlasting debtor. Catalina, select your friends. Bethink you of a place you may transpose her. Velasco, I am all wings. Catalina, so when gentle physic will not serve, we must supply more active. But there is yet a receipt behind. Velasco shall and will be plant struck to see Berinthia die in his arms. 'Tis so, yet he himself shall carry that suspicion. If art or hell can furnish me with such a poison, sleep thy last, sister. Whilst thou livest, I have no quiet myself, my rest, thy grave. Diego, coming from behind the hangings, go thy ways as the devil wants a breeder thou art for him. One spirit and herself are able to furnish hell, and it were unprovided. But I am glad I heard all. I shall love hangings the better while I live. Perceive some good may be done behind them. But I'll acquaint my lady Berinthia. Here's her chamber, I observe, Madam Berinthia. Berinthia appears above. Berinthia, who's there? Diego, 'tis I, Diego. I'm Diego. Berinthia, honest Diego, what good news? Diego, you're undone, lost, undone forever. It is time now to be serious. Berinthia, Diego, where's my master Antonio's letter? Berinthia, here. Where? Ha, alas, I fear I have lost it. Diego, alas, you have undone yourself, and your sister, my lady Catalina, have found it, and is mad with rage and envy against you. I overheard your destruction. She has shewed it to Don Velasco, and hath plotted that he shall steal you away this night. The door shall be left open the hour after 12. Berinthia, you amaze me. It is impossible. Diego, do not cast away yourself by incredulity. Upon my life, your fate is cast. Nay, more worse than that, Berinthia, worse. Diego, you must be poisoned too. Oh, she's a cunning devil, and she will carry it so that Velasco shall be suspected for your death. What will you do? Berinthia, I am overcome with amazement. Diego, madam, remember with what noble love my master Antonio does honor you, and now both save yourself and make him happy. Berinthia, how I am lost, man. Diego, fear not. I'll engage my life for your safety. Seem not to have knowledge or suspicion. Be careful what you receive, lest you be poisoned. Leave the rest to me. I have a crochet, and my page shall spoil their music and prevent all danger. I warn you, by any means be smooth and pleasant. The devil's a knave, your sister is a traitor, my master is your noble friend. I am your honest servant, and Velasco shall shake his ears like an animal. Berinthia is not to be hoped for. Diego, then cut off my ears, slit my nose, and make a devil of me. Shall I about it say 'tis done? Note, how I am lost, man. In the old copy, how concludes Diego's speech. Berinthia, anything thou or honest heaven be near still to my innocence, I am full of fear. Retire from the window. Diego, spur or kite. And away then. Exit. Scene 2. The same Sharkino study, furnished with glasses, vials, pictures of wax characters, wands, conjuring, habit, powders, and paintings. Enter Sharkino and Scarabeo. Sharkino, Scarabeo, sir. Sharkino, is the door tongue-tied? Screw yourself half out at one of the crevices and give me notice what patient approaches me. Scarabeo, I can run through this keyhole, sir. Exit. Sharkino, this the fuck is bears and lively tincture. Oh, the cheek must blush that wears it. They are deceived that say art is the aid of nature. No, a lively tincture. Oh, the cheek must blush that wears it. The frequent mention of focuses, ceratists, and other cosmetics by our old dramatists shows how much they were used in their times. That they were often composed of the most dangerous and deleterious ingredients is sufficiently proved by the numerous recipes for their composition to be found in the manuals compiled for the instruction of the housewives and ladies of fashion of those days. The following extract affords a tolerable specimen. Another mineral focus for the face, incorporate with a wooden pestle and in a wooden mortar with a great labor 4 ounces of sublimate and 1 ounce of crude mercury. At least the 6 or 8 horses. You cannot bestow too much labor herein. Then with often change of cold water by ablution in a glass, take away the salts from the sublimate. Change your water twice every day at the least, and 7 or 8 days, the more the better. It will be dulcified, and then it is prepared. Lay it on with the oil of white poppy. Scarabeo. Within, sir. Sharkino, who is it? Scarabeo. My lady's apron strings. Mistress Ansilva, her chambermaid. Sharkino, admit her. Enter Ansilva. Ansilva, how now, rawhead and bloody bones? Where's the doctor, Sharkino? Oh, here he is, Sharkino. How does your virtuous lady, Ansilva, in good health, sir? Where's the focus and the powder, Sharkino? All is prepared here, Ansilva, to see what you can do. Many make legs, and you make faces, sir. Sharkino, variety of faces is now in fashion, and all little enough for some to get a good face on. Oh, ladies may now and then commit a slip and have some color of it, but these are but the outside of our art. The things we can prescribe to be taken inwardly are pretty curiosities. We can prolong life, Silva, and kill too, can you not? Sharkino, oh, any that will go to the price. And Silva, you have poisons, I warn you. How do they look? Let's pray see one, Sharkino. Oh, natural and artificial. Nessa's blood was milk to them. No, Nessa's blood. It would be easy to correct this, but the poet probably designed to point out the ignorance of his quack who blunders through the whole of his speech. Claudius was poisoned by a mushroom, and Hannibal carried his medicine in a ring. An extraction of toads and vipers. Look, here is a parcel of Claudius Caesar's given him by his wife Agrippa. Here is some of Hannibal's medicine he carried always in the pommel of his sword for a deadlift, a very active poison, which passing the orifice kindles straight a fire, inflames the blood, and makes the marrow fry. Have you occasion to apply one? But Silva and troth, we are troubled with a rat in my lady's chamber. Sharkino, a rat, give him his bane. Would you destroy a city? I have proboscis of Italian salad, and our own country figs shall do it rarely. A rat, I have scarce a poison so base. The worst is able to kill a man. I have all sorts, from a minute to 7 years in operation, and leave no marks behind them. A rat's a rat. Silva, pray, let me see a remover at 12 hours. I'd be loath to kill the poor thing presently, Sharkino. Here, you may cast it away upon it, but 'tis a disparagement to the poison, and this will content you. Give some money, Sharkino, because it is for a rat. You shall pay no more. My service to my lady. And so my poisons, however I give them variety of operations, are all but one. Honest rat's banes in several shapes, their virtue is common, and will not be long in killing. Your best look it be a rat, not convinced. Scarabeo. Sir, here's a gallant inquires for Dr. Sharkino. Sharkino, I sure admit, some done. Italian salads and our own country figs. No, the poison fig of Portugal, or rather of Spain, surely alludes to it in another place. The salads were dressed with poisonous oils. Re-enter Scarabeo with Montenegro. Montenegro, is your name Signor Sharkino, the famous doctor? Sharkino, they call me Sharkino. Montenegro, do you not know me? Sharkino, your grace is pardoned. Montenegro, I am Count de Montenegro. Sharkino, your honor's sublimity doth illustrate this habitation. Is there anything wherein Sharkino may express his humble service, if aught within the circumference of a medicinal or mathematical science may have acceptance with your solicitude It shall devolve itself. Ma negro, devolve itself. That word is not in my table books. What are all these trinkets? Sharkino, take heed, I beseech your honor. They are dangerous. This is the devil's girl. Ma negro, a pox of the devil. What have I to do with him? Sharkino, it is a dreadful circle of conjuration, fortified with sacred characters against the power of infernal spirits, within whose round I can tread safely when hell burns round about me. Ma negro, not unlikely. Sharkino, will you see the devil, sir? Ma negro, ha, the devil not this time. I am in some haste. Anything but the devil. At his throat, fight with all. Hark you, doctor, letting these things pass. Hearing of your skill, I am come in my own person for a fragment of your art. Hark you, have any receipts to procure love, sir? Sharkina, all the degrees of it. This is ordinary. Shewing the vial. My nigger, nay, I would not have it too strong. The lady I intended for is pretty well taken already, and easy working this thing does it. Sharkino, here's a powder whose ingredients were fetched from the Arabia the Happy, a sublimation of the Phoenix's ashes when she last burned herself. It bears the color of cinnamon. 2 or 3 scruples put into a cup of wine fetches up her heart. She can scarce keep it in for running out of her mouth to you, my noble lord. My nigger, that let me have that doctor. I know 'tis dear. Will that buy gold? Give some money. Sharkino, your honor is bountiful. There needs no circumstance to minister it by whom you please. Your intention binds it to operation. Montenegro, so. Catalina, I will put your morning's draught in my pocket. Doctor, I would not be seen. Sharkino, please, you, my lord, obscure yourself behind these hangings until they be gone. I'll dispatch them the sooner. If your honor think fit, 'tis but clouding your person with a simple cloak of mine, and you may pleasure pass without discovery. My anatomy shall wait on you. Montenegro and Scarabeo retire. Enter 3 serving men. Prithee, come back yet. Oh, by any means, go, James. Dost thou think it possible that any man could tell where thy things are, but he that stole them? But he's a juggling impostor. My conscience, come back again. Nay, now we are at furthest. Be not ruled by him. I know he's a cunning man. He told me my fortune once, when I was to go a journey by water, that if I escaped drowning, I should do well enough, and I've lived ever since. Third servant, well, I'll try. I am resolved. Stay here. He is Pedro. You're acquainted with him. Break the ice. He is alone. Servant 2. Bless you, master doctor. First, presuming on your art, here's a fellow of mine, indeed the butler, for want of a better, has lost a dozen of diaper spoons and half a dozen of silver napkins. Yesterday they were seen by all 3 of us in the morning between 6 and 7 set up, and what spirit of the buttery hath stolen them before 8 is invisible to our understanding. Third servant, he hath delivered you the case right. I beseech you, sir, do what you can for a servant that is like to be in a lamentable case, else here's a gratuity. Give some money. First servant, now we shall see what the devil can do. Scarabeo comes from behind the hangings. Hey, here's one of his spirits, I think. Sharkina, between 7 and 8 the hour, the first Luna, the second Saturn, the third Jupiter, the fourth Mars, the fifth Solar, the sixth Venus, the seventh Mercury. Ha, then it was stolen. Mercury is a thief. Your goods are stolen. Third servant, was Mercury the thief? Pray, where dwells he? Sharkina, Mercury is above the moon, man. Servant, alas, sir, 'tis a great way thither. Did not I tell you, you would be galled? Sharkina, well, you are a servant. I'll do something for you. What will you say if I shew you the man that stole your spoons and napkins presently? Will that satisfy you, servant? I'll desire no more. Oh, good master doctor, if he does that, I'll believe he has cunning. Sharkina, go to. Here's a glass. Servant, lo you there now. Sharkina, stand your backs north and stir not till I bid you. What see you there? Servant, here's nothing. Sharkina, look again and mark. Stand yet more north. Servant, now I see somebody. And I. Montenegro comes from behind the hangings, muffled in a cloak, and steals off the stage. Sharkina, mark this fellow muffled in the cloak. He hath stolen your spoons and napkins. Does he not, skull? Servant, for 'tis strange, he looks like a thief. This doctor I see is cunning. Servant, oh, rogue, how shall us come by him? Oh, for an officer. Sharkina, yet stir not. Servant, oh, he's gone. Where is he? Sharkina, be not too rash. My art tells me there is danger in it. You must be blindfold all. If you observe me not, all is to no purpose. You must not see till you be forth of doors. Shut your eyes and leave one another, and then you are abroad to open them, and you shall see again. Servant, the thief, Sharkina, the same. Then use your pleasures, so be sure you see not. Conduct them. Scarabeo. Exit Scarabeo and the serving man. Enter a maid with a urinal. Maid, oh, master doctor, I've got this opportunity to come with you, but I cannot stay. Here's my water. Pray, sweet master doctor, tell me. I am in great fear that I have lost. Sharkina, what? Maid, my maidenhead, sir. You can tell by my water. Sarkina, Dost not thou know? Maid, oh, I do somewhat doubt myself, for this morning when I rose I found a pair of breeches on my bed, and I have had a great suspicion ever since. It is an evil sign, they say, and one does not know what may be in the breeches sometimes. Sweet master doctor, I am a maid, still or no. I'd be sorry to lose my maiden head. Were I aware, I fear I shall never be honest after. Sarkina, let me see. Urina Mare, text. The Keller is a strumpet, but the context deceive not. Your maidenhead is gone, maid, and there's no hope to find it again, Sarkina. You are not everybody, by my art, as in other things that have been stolen. He that hath stolen your maidenhead shall bring it again. Maid, thank you, sweet master doctor. I'm in your debt for this good news. Oh, sweet news. Sweet master doctor, re-enter Montenegro, beating before him the 3 serving men, followed by Scarabeo. Servant, cry your honor, mercy. Good, my lord Montenegro. Out, you slaves. Oh, my host, Sarkina, what ails your lordship, Montenegro doctor? I am out of breath. Where be these worms crept? I was never so abused since I was swallowed. Hark you, those 3 rogues that were here even now began to lay hold of me and told me I must give them their spoons and napkins, made a thief of me. But I think I've made their flesh jelly with kicks and bastinados. Oh, I have no mercy when I sit on it. I have made them all poor Johns. Impudent varlets talk to me of spoons and napkins. No, I have made them all poor Johns. Poor John was Hulk. When salted and dried, it was always beaten before it was cooked. And to this the text alludes. Sarkino, alas, one of them was mad and brought for me to cure him. Montenegro, nay, they were all mad, but I think I have madded them. I fear I have kicked 2 or 3 out of their lives. Alas, poor wretches, I am sorry for it now, but I have such a humour of beating and kicking when my foot's in one's. Hark you, doctor, is it not within the compass of your physique to take down a man's courage a thought lower? The truth is, I am apt of myself to quarrel upon the least affront in the world. I cannot be kept in. Chains will not hold me. The other day, for a less matter than this, I could attack a dozen of high Germans from one end of the street to the other, but offering to shrink between me and the wall, not a day goes over my head, but I hurt somebody mortally. Pox on these rogues. I'm sorry in my heart. I have hurt them so, but I cannot forbear. Sarkina, this is strange. Montenegro, how? I can scarce forbear striking you now, for saying it is strange, you would not think it. Oh, the wounds I have given for a very look. Well, hark you, if it be not too late, I would be taken down, but I fear it is impossible, and then every one goes in danger of his life by me. Sarkina, take down your spirit. Look you, do you see this inch and a half? Pointing to Scarabeo. How tall a man do you think he was? He was 12 cubits high, and 3 yards compass at the waist when I took him in hand first. I'll draw him through a ring ere I have done with him. I keep him now to break my poisons, to eat spiders and toads, which is the only dish his heart wishes for. A capon destroys him, and the very sight of beef or motions makes me sick. Look, you shall see him. Eat his supper. Come on your ways. What you say to the spider. Look how he leaps. Scarabeo, oh dainty Sarkina, here, saw you that? How many legs now for the baunch of a toad? Scarabeo, 20, and thank you, sir. Oh, sweet toad, oh, admirable toad, my nigger, this is very strange. I never saw a lie. I never knew spiders and toads were such good meats before. Will he not burst now, Sarkina? It shall never swallow him. By tomorrow he shall be an inch abated, and I can, with another experiment, plump him and heighten him at my pleasure. I'll warrant I'll take you down, my lord. My nigger, nay, but do you hear? Do I look like a spider catcher or toad eater? Sarkina, far be it from Sarkina. I have gentle palates, for your lordship shall melt in your mouth and take off your valor insensibly. Once that shall comfort your stomach, and but a week restrain your fury. 2 or 3 thoughts. Does your honor think I would forget myself? I shew you by this rat what I can do by art. Your lordship shall have an easy composition, no hurt in the world in it. Here, take but half a dozen of these going to bed. In the morning it shall work gently, and the virtue appear every day afterward, Montenegro. But if I find myself breaking out into fury, I may take them off, and here's your pellets of the haunches. What rare physic is this? I'll put it in practice presently. Farewell, doctor. Sarkino, happiness wait on your egregious lordship. My physic shall make your body soluble, but for working on your spirit, believe it when you find it. If any lies, we must set forth our symbols and compositions to utter them. So this is a good day's work. Lean chaps, lay up, and because you have performed handsomely, there's some silver for you. Lay up my properties. 'Tis night already, thus we knaves will thrive. One honest plainest knows not how to live. Scene 3. The same, a room in Villarosa's house. Enter Catalina And Silva. Catalina, are sure she has taken it. And Silva, as sure as I am alive, she never ate with such an appetite, for I found none left. I would be loath to have it so sure in my belly. It will work rarely 12 hours hence. Catalina, thus we work sure, then time ruins upon the hour appointed. Velasco should rid me of all my fears at once. Upon thy life, be careful to direct him at his first approach. I am sick till she be delivered. Be secret as the night. I'll to my chamber, be very careful. The third act should have ended here, thus somewhat more time would be allowed for the journey of Diego de Alves and the return with his master into Vera. Scene 4. The same guard behind Villarezo's house enter Antonio, Valandris, and Diego Vesard and armed. Antonio, art sure thou hast the time right? Diego, doubt not. Yonder's your chamber. The light speaks it softly and around Silva. And so who's there? Velasco. Antonio, aye, and Silva that way. Make no noise. Things are prepared softly. Antonio gives her money, then exit with Valandris and Diego. So this is good, I hope, and wait till my lady Berinthia will be sure enough anon, and I shall never get more hire. I had much ado to persuade her to the spice, but I swore it was a cordial my lady used herself, and poor fool, she has swallowed it sure. Scene 5. The same. Enter Antonio with Berinthia, Valandris, and Diego. Antonio, madam, fear not. I am your friend. Berinthia, who are you? Valandris, stop her mouth. Away. Scene 6. Another part of the same. Enter and Silva. Silva, so, they are gone. Alas, poor Velasco, I pity thee. But we creatures of politic ladies must hold the same bias with our mistresses, and it is some policy to make them respect us the better, for fear our teeth be not strong enough to keep in our tongues. Now must I study out some tale by morning to salute my old lord withal. Enter Velasco, two friends armed. Velasco and Silva, somebody calls me. Who is it? Velasco, it is I, Velasco, and Silva, what comes he back for, I hope? The poison does not work already. Where have you disposed her? Velasco disposed him, and so my lady Berinthia. Velasco, let me alone to dispose her. Prithee, where's the light? Shew us the way. And so what way? Velasco, the way to her chamber. Come, I know what you are sick of here. Each minute is an age, till I process Berinthia. Silva, this is pretty. I hope my lady is well. Well, and Silva, my lady Berinthia, sir. Velasco, do you mock me? And Silva, I mock you. Velasco, I shall grow angry. Lead me to Berenthia's chamber. Or, and Silva, why, sir? Or not you here even now, and hurry her away. I have your gold, welfare, all good tokens. I have performed my duty already, sir, and you add my lady. Velasco, I am abused, you are a cunning devil. I here had Berinthia tell me, or with this pistol I will soon reward thy treachery. Where's Berinthia? And so, oh, I beseech you, do not frighten me so. If you were not here even now, here was another that called himself Velasco, to whom I give access, and he has carried her away. Velasco, am I awake, or do I dream this horror? Where am I? Who doesn't know me? Are you friends of Don Velasco? First friend, do you doubt us, sir? Velasco, I doubt myself. Whom my second friend? Our noble friend, Velasco. Velasco, 'tis so. I am Velasco. All the furies circle me around. Teach me to be mad. I am abused, insufferably tormented. My very soul is whipped. Been safer for Catalina to have played with serpents. Enter Catalina and now Silva. Catalina, thou talkest of wonders. Where is Velasco? And Silva, he was here even now. Velasco, who? Nay, Velasco. Catalina, 'twas I, Catalina, here. Velasco, could ye pick none out of the stock of man to mock but me so basely? Catalina, Velasco, be yourself, resume your virtue. My thoughts are clear from your abuse. It is no time to vent our passions, fruitless rages. Some hath abused us both, but revenge, as swift as lightning, shall pursue their flight. Oh, I could hear my brains, as you respect your honor's safety, or Berenthia's love. Haste your lodging, which being near our house, you shall be sent for. Seem to be raised up, let alone to make noise at home. Fearful slender, try the event. This cannot do any hurt. You and Silva shall, with glamours, wake the household cunningly, while I prepare myself. Velasco, I will suspend a while. Silva, help, thieves, villains, a murderer. My lady, help on my lord, my lady, murder, thieves, help. Enter Sebastiano in a shirt with a taper. Sebastiano, what fearful cries this? Where are you? And Silva, here, oh, I am almost killed. Sebastiano and Silva, where are hurt? So all over, sir. My lady Berinthia is carried away by ruffians that broke into her chamber. Alas, she is gone. Sebastiano, whither? Which way? Enter Rezo, Catalina, and servant, my sister Berinthia, is violently taken out of her chamber. And here is and Silva, her. Look about Berenthia's sister Catalina, how Berinthia gone. Call up the servants. And Silvia, how was it? And Silva, alas, madam, I have not my senses about me. I am so frightened, visards and swords and pistols. But my lady Berinthia was quickly seized upon. She's gone. Ask him what villains durst attempt it. Enter Montenegro with a torch. I fear Velasco guilty of this rape. Catalina, run one to his lodging presently. It will appear. I know he loved her. Oh, my lord, my sister Berenthia is lost. My negro house. If what my physic begins to work, I'll come to you presently. Catalina, where's Diego? He's missing. Run one to his chamber. Acted servant, here's Velasco. Enter Velasco. Sebastiano is of parents. Velasco's noble. Catalina Berenthia is stolen away. Velasco, ha. Sebastiano, her chamber broken up, and she taken hence this night. Velasco, confusion, say the thief. Re-enter Montenegro. Montenegro, so, as you were saying, Berenthia was stolen away by somebody, and re-enter servant. Servant Diego is not in his chamber. Catalina does break open the door. Servant, I did, and found all empty. Montenegro, how Diego gone? That's strange. Oh, works again. I'll come to you presently. Catalina, I do suspect this some plot of Antonio Diego, a subtle villain, confirms himself an instrument by this absence. What thinkest thou, Anselva? Anselva, indeed, I heard some of them name Antonio. Velasco, asked Catalina, ha! Velasco, 'tis true upon my soul. O false Antonio, Catalina, unworthy gentleman. Velasco, let no one have the honor to revenge, but I, the wrong Velasco, let me beg it, sir. Velasco, Antonio, boy, before the day, upon my blessing, I command thee post to Elvis Castle, summon that false man, re-enter Montenegro, to quit his shameful action, bid him return thy sister, whose honor will be lost forever in it. If he shall dare deny her, double thy father's spirit, call him to a strict account, and with thy sword enforce him. Oh, I could leap out of my age, methinks, and combat myself. Be thine the glory, and the stain whenever wash off. I feel it settle on all our blood. Away, my curse, pursue this disobedience. Velasco, I had an interest in Berenthia. Why have not I commissioned? I have a sword thirsteth to be acquainted with his veins. It's too mean a satisfaction to have her rendered out of his heart. I'd write a most just vengeance. Sebastian, sir, she is my sister. I have a sword, dares tent a wound as far as any spare your valor. Catalina, I have a trick to be rid of this fool, my lord. Do you accompany my brother, you, I know, are valiant, Montenegro, any whither? I'll make me ready presently. Sebastian, my most unhappy sister. Catalina, oh, I could surfeit. I'm confident Antonio hath her. 'Tis revenge beyond my expectation to close up the eyes of his Berenthia dying in his arms. Poison maturely, mischief I shall prove, thy constant friend, let weakness virtue love.